What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, now that they have won the NBA championship, I think it's time to start discussing, are we now entering the Oklahoma City Thunder's era? And by era, I mean, is this the window where the Thunder are not only competing at a very high level with their team, but they'll be able to not only compete for championships, but actually win championships? Is this their window of opportunity? I mean, you look at what took place this over the course of this regular season. They were the team with the best record. Ultimately, not buzzsawing through the playoffs, but sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies, a tough 7-game series with the Denver Nuggets that could have went either way, depending on who you ask. And then to follow that up with a Western Conference Finals win versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, and ultimately ending with them winning the NBA championship in 7 games versus the Indiana Pacers. This Thunder team, for me, right, they have a lot of things going for them. And, I think when you talk about building towards continued success, right? Because that's what it's about. It's sustaining the success over years, not just one off, or maybe it was a flash in the pan situation. You're looking at what can this team do down the road, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Will we be discussing OKC as one of the newer NBA dynasties? Can we be looking at this team to say, man, it's crazy how OKC won back-to-back? Or they appeared in 3 of the last 4 NBA finals, winning 2. It's so many different variables that goes into, is it this team's particular era? Because now we know that with the way the CBA is set up, and we know with how, the luxury tax and things like that, when you couple all of those things together, and you say to yourself, what can the Thunder look like for years to come, right? What can they look like for years to come? I think is based off of, in my opinion, salary. Who will they be able to keep long term, and who will they ultimately say, maybe we can move this piece for that piece? Because we know at the end of the day, the Thunder have, one of, if not the better president of basketball operations, and that is Sam Presti. So we know they're not just going to go away quietly when it comes to, making moves and things like that. But when you look at their roster, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on their books up until 2026, 27, making about $40 million. You look at Isaiah Hartenstein, who's on their books for 25, 26, but has I believe that is if I'm not mistaken, he has an option. Yeah, he has a team option in 26, 27. You look at Isaiah Joe, who's under contract all the way up until 27, 28. You look at Aaron Wiggins, who's under contract all the way up until 27, 28. Chet Holmgren, who, will be making about $17 million over the course of the years, but that's not until, I believe, 26, 27, and that's when he'll be able to get a qualifying offer. But next year he'll be making $13 million. You look at Alex Caruso, who will be under contract with the Oklahoma City Thunder up until the year 28, 29. We're talking about he'll be making $9 million, $18 million, $19 million, $20 million, $22 million. Kendrick Williams is under contract next year. Cason Wallace is under contract next year. And I'm just speaking on who was a part of their championship run currently. And you look at Jalen Williams, who won't be on our books next year. You look at guys like you look at Jalen, you look at J-Dub, who will be under contract next year. But the thing is, these guys are going to have to get paid. you know, these guys are going to have to get paid. And I understand that we look at Jalen Williams' contract at making, you know, $6.5 million next year, but at some point he's gonna being a first-time All-Star, and I don't put it past him to become a multiple-time All-Star by some point by the next time he's eligible for a contract. So when you think about, you know, building teams long term and you think about building out rosters long term, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder are in a very good spot. They are the 24th ranked payroll in the NBA with a total payroll of just over $168 million as a team. So for me, I think, you know, this is one of those things where you say maybe we are entering into the part of the story, at least for the Thunder, where you say maybe they can be one of those teams where we're talking about them for a very long time. You know, and I get it, in today's NBA it's tough, but you know, you have a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander who's very unselfish. He's not a guy that chases the limelight and things like that. I mean, he has his own shoe. He's one of the, you know, one of the more popular players in today's NBA fan wise. So I look at the team, I look at what they have accomplished this season, and you know, looking towards what they could be in the next few years is going to be something special, and I can't wait to see it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think the championship window for the Oklahoma City Thunder is as big as it's ever been? Do you guys see them being able to compete for championships down the road, or was this just a one-off situation and something that was a blip? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.